Okay, there we go. I wish I could make something that people would want to watch. I think you're almost doing cartoon number 2. Cartoon number 3 is gonna be a big success if it ever gets animated. Yeah, then then I get sued by Allison Cooper and Gooseworks. Technically, you wouldn't get sued for them. If they like the shit, they wouldn't sue you. Yeah, but it's gonna be a short series. It's gonna be 6 series. It's gonna be like at least 5 to 6 episodes. That's it. But tell me, Tyler, you know who will be engaged. Well, think of it. 3 married couples and 1 non-married couple. No, all of them get married. Yeah, but Rags is the only one I'm trying to figure out. Who would Rags marry? Because people always say Rags is Les, which I don't know. She goes married. Yeah, right. She could always do it too. But I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not that mean. But besides, this is not for a future date. Besides, you gotta make a cheat sheet anyways. I'm going to not need to. Because we already know who Felix is gonna be. We already know who Felix is gonna be. Are you gonna add Ribbit and Cosmo? That's the thing. I might not. I know I'm not gonna add those guys. You could add them. Yeah, but that wouldn't work out. I don't think so. Wait, Tyler, you can always put a mention of it. Yeah, I can always do. But I don't know how I'm gonna work on how it's gonna work. This your last time I work on a piece by piece. Just work on a piece of piece, Tyler. Do it the way you want to do it.
Surprised they still haven't upgraded this. I mean, surely they're getting reports.
Where?
Jump. Check this camera now. Nope.
Oh, it's MDOT. Okay, it's.
These strong winds are still happening. And they're definitely subsiding
That
a little
might
bit.
work in my favor.
On the side of the road still. On the left side there. And one on the right side. One debris is causing.
Oh, it's Maryland.
On the side of the road. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just in this little spot. Yeah, I mean, that was really strong winds that came through there. 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. So, if it was coming from Martinsville, I would be in your safe spot just in case.
No, I am not talking about the new show Vivian is working on called Historia. It's a new upcoming show that's made by one of the show's main animators. Some of you already know why the name animated now. In any case, the show will be called The Other Side Show, and you can look up.
Big tree falls, it's going to hit you, and that's going to hurt.
Well, I'm gonna take my stuff away from here. I don't care. Tyler, look at your shit. They won't take my shit because I own the right. Because that shit's already been written down. That shit's already written. But yeah, we're working on it, man. We're going to charge up. We're going to charge 6 real quick here before we start working on ours. But yeah, our third cartoon's almost done with it. We're working on a third cartoon.
Chicago needs to be watching out for these guys. Could be a damaging wind threat.
Oh, Chicago.
Brief tornado threat.
Just gotta check one more thing out here real quick before I start my own thing.
Okay. For subscribing, welcome in.
So just get everything set up here and start working.
What about the hook on the back side of that storm? Yeah, nothing. I haven't been able to see anything dangerous in terms of rotations. We did have a little bit of rotation earlier, but that died. It's mainly just a strong wind threat right now. Our latest warning back over here is going to be for 60 mile per hour winds. Going to be heading towards Eagle Rock, Fincastle, Lexington, Buena Vista, Natural Bridge Station, Big Island, and Elon. By the way, guys, if you want to support the channel above and beyond, consider donating to Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, or on YouTube. I think I figured out how to get daily payments from YouTube.
I don't care about you because you're not Ryan Hall. You're not one of my stations I watch.
Please try.
I remember the satisfaction in finding the hearse.
I'll watch this real quick before I get this stuff on. Yeah. After there was this, we're looking at it.
Ecto is just this great character in the film. It's funny. And we had this vision of getting Ecto 1 totally refurbished.
You can restore any kind of vehicle, but to have something like Ecto, you don't get that opportunity every day.
The Ecto is certainly a piece of Hollywood history. You want it to look its best. And somebody
I almost hurt me in the face.
visit us, someone else would be 100% happy.
One of the interesting things when we started the refurbishment piece was realizing that Ecto 1 really is the genesis of Dan. He knew that there was this car he had in mind.
Dan is so technical. His script would describe things in exact detail, and he got a friend of his to do illustrations with the script.
The car originally was black with all kinds of really black electronic brush boxes on it and deep purple lights that we paint it up and bring it out as follows. So this was a lighter, kind of brighter paint scheme. Conceivably, we made the right decision.
Dan had always wanted to have an old used ambulance as the basis for the Ectomobile. And that's just seems so funny and so right for the bride.
Because it kind of looks like a clown car. I mean, we did have some great clowns in the picture.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
The car is based on the 59 Cadillac Series 62. You know what Meteor those cars?
I need to rewrite all this out again from scratch.
In 1959, the car designers at the time wanted to make this car look like it can fly. It has elongated tail fins. It's got a very big body, almost like a spaceship.
BLET.
We needed streamlining, be able to corner, be able to go through tunnels in New York City. But it also had to have the capacity to carry the 4 people, and also just the level of equipment we had to carry.
They're heavy. They're not the best handling car in the world. So some of the stuff that they put the car through in the show is pretty amazing for the amount of weight that was in the car.
Ecto actually makes a great appearance. It's probably one of my all-time favorite grand entrances in a film. It's like a superhero tearing out of a phone booth. You just can't get better than that big barrel in 1959 Cadillac chassis rolling down the street with that siren blazing in wild color.
Looking the way it did with this logo on the side, you had to smile, you had to laugh, so it achieved what we wanted it to right away.
For the past 25 years, it's been in parades, it's been in theme park attractions, whatever that thing has ever been, it has been just an amazing appearance. It has been a huge success. So when we were decided to relaunch Ghostbusters as a major next-gen video game, we started realizing we got to get Ecto 1 out on the road. And that's a great realization. But then the next dawning was, yikes, it needs a lot of work, you know. Take some suspense.
In the game, you don't get to drive it. It sucks. In the game, you don't get to drive Ecto 1.
Pads, lining, steering box, transmission, rear end.
I got a call from Hugh Hargrove, asking me if we want to use Ecto for like a promotional bit, and we're thinking about clean the thing up real nice, make it look great. We do that here.
We knew that some of you, the first time you visit their warehouse, it is
L.
wild. If you say, I need
Belt.
something police cars from circa 1984,
Down.
they have it, or they'll build it. And Ecto 1, we just felt like we had a perfect fit, and that's when the refurbishment process really took off.
The car came in, it had been sitting for a long time. With belts, hoses, fluids, carburetor, fuel tank, all the fuel lines, most of the wiring, had to be refurbished or replaced.
The body has had a lot of weathering over the years. There's some rust issues that probably
Push a little
inherited
too.
that car
That
when
is
we
not
first
pushed
bought
up.
it.
When we first started with Ecto, we probably took 200 pictures from every angle, inside, outside, under the hood, every little, almost the screws, And then it really helps out when you're restoring the vehicle.
The basic premise of it was that we wanted to make, especially the exterior Ecto 1, as close to the original was.
Disassemble what we needed to on the exterior components. We sent the exterior components to our different departments, the fabrication, electrical, had those parts gone through.
The very first time I got kind of scared was the day I got there and all the accessories had been lifted off the car, so it was just stripped bare. And that was the day I realized to myself,
well, there's no turning back. We have to refurbish this car because we just dismantled it.
The body work was pretty tough. We replaced as much sheet metal as need be, sent the actual body of Ecto to our body shop, started primering it, sanding it, getting ready for paint. And then it was time to put Ecto back together.
B-E-L.
We ended up restoring the light bars in the top of Ecto, replacing the lens, polishing some lenses.
A lot of the old motor mechanisms, we had to upgrade them and put newer motors in them. And then I remember we ran that car for about a day and a half. Literally about 12 hours a day just to try to get it to fail. And there were certain things that did fail. But we wanted to make sure it was dependable.
B-E-L-T-S.
While this process was going on, Sony's talking about giving us some audio video components. You guys capable?
E-L.
Sure.
A few issues on the audio equipment that you and I have been talking about is making sure, first of all, that when we put it in, it doesn't look too out of place. If we need to sneak it in strategically to where everyone doesn't go, hey, that wasn't part of the original. So we want to keep the asset pure.
They wanted to upgrade it a little bit. But there again, it does not take away from the fact of what it was.
Instead of just plopping speakers where people would traditionally put the door panels, we're going to hide them.
Yeah, we have a couple hidden compartments.
Because this was a combination first ambulance body, there was all these little side compartments and doors and everything, and everything fit really cool into it, like it just existed. So it is actually something that just turned out perfectly.
Even the DVD audio video system we put up in the upper compartment where the divider panel is between the driver compartment and the rear compartment. It's all hidden away, so when you look at Ecto, it doesn't look like this thing's been completely modified.
Looking to stand out in today's job market? Southern Indiana University offers career-focused grad programs like psychology, cybersecurity, and our MBA. Looking at skills employers are looking for. Wherever your career takes you, your SH degree can help you reach your goals. There's always somebody here who can help you when you don't have to do it alone. I highly recommend visit SHU.edu today to get started.
Hey, you might be eating right
You won't want to miss this wedding post that I wish that I would pursue. Turns out it's science. I have been hoping I'll
Put a gov.
into my routine before my wedding. And I recently got to
GLB.
see how it works on your end. To learn everything, you can watch my full video over on Colgate's YouTube channel.
The reaction you get having that car here is unbelievable. Everyone that came here, if they had a glimpse of it, it's, oh wow, it's Ecto, I want to take a photo with it. It's like, oh no, you can't.
As far as the fan aspect, though, we were doing research on the cars, and I came across fan websites, and it's kind of neat that these people build replicas of cars. I'm all for that.
I couldn't believe how many different vehicles are being built out there. I mean, it's like they're into it.
During the refurbishment, we started realizing that there were people out there that climb fences and sneak into garages.
Basically, I felt like a detective. I had to watch people come into the shop. I actually caught a couple guys with a camera. I had to chase them all around. But, I mean, that's how much attention that car gets. We can get people trying to sneak in our shop taking pictures.
There's always stuff that comes up that you don't anticipate, especially when you're working on a 40-year-old car. It was a bit of a challenge trying to find some old bits and gadgets to restore some of the outside pieces. So a lot of it was just handmade stuff. We got stuff from all over the world. The windshield came out of South Africa.
I was really worried that the chrome, you're not going to find too many chrome pieces that fit a 1959 Cadillac anymore. And if you do, it's probably going to need an extensive amount of polishing and refurbishment.
Well, everything we did to Ecto, it was a little tricky. But once you start putting all the chrome on it, that's when you start seeing the car.
And then last but not least is pretty much just the upholstery and paint work on it. We polished up the gurney, we're able to do a lot of stuff with the electronics. And you step back and you look at it and you go, that's cool. That looked good. That's nice.
We started realizing, step by step, we were getting there. We were actually getting closer. Great. Oh, well, we knew we sort of had a VIP coming. And it wasn't just to drop by. We knew that it was also sort of an unofficial approval process of how well did we do. How do you do? Mr. Aykroyd, Ray Clary. Ray, thank you so much for welcoming me to the gates of heaven. Cinema Vehicle Services. Only in Hollywood can you have a place like this.
There was a buzz around the shop when the word got out that Dan Aykroyd here. It was kind of, no, is that true?
People that I've worked with on these projects for a long time. So certainly when somebody like visitors, you know.
Okay, let's see here.
For us,
Well, there's a little anxiety, you know, getting to meet somebody that you used to watch as a kid, you know, and now I'm working on stuff that he's working on.
Everything kind of led up to that meeting. And so there was an extra level of nervousness on my part. Like, Dan gonna like, you know, this car. Well, let us show you what we did.
Wow, look at that Cadillac.
First time you see the car in film, you're, wow, it's a big car. It's pretty impressive. First time you see it in person, I mean, it is fucking huge. It's the prehistoric SUV.
Congratulations, first of all. Oh, I mean, this is
been an endeavor of joy.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm sure he was surprised seeing the car from, 25 years ago to now, seeing it in a different state.
Well, when he first saw the car, I think he was quite surprised at how much of the originality was still there. And it shocked me in his knowledge, actually. I think he knows a lot about those old Cadillacs.
What's important is the 59 Cadillac, which is based upon either an M&M, Hanson Eisenhardt coach, I'm not sure. M&M coach, yeah. It's a little different. Yeah. But I mean, that's positively just impaling. I'm just flawed that brought it back. Kind of glad I didn't have to pay you this.
Dan, it really is the tech wizard and can talk about the car in levels that no one else can talk about the car.
So they're nuanced, bro.
Yeah.
I'm making lunch.
Everything on there has a reason, for sure. There's radio, GPS locators, high intensity microphones, EMF scrubbers. It's all related to the hardware needed to go out and do what we have to do. It's a really great job. Dr. Spengler has miniaturized this for mobile purposes. That's how brilliant Dr. Spengler was.
Very tough to get it back up and running.
I don't have to do schematic. No, that's right.
He had a backstory for every gadget.